Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, my s10 Shop and Garage. I'm Mike. On February 12th, beautiful sunny day at almost 60 degrees and loving every minute, every degree of it. You can catch up to me, my notification if you subscribe, which I hope you have. And you can Google me at Maniacal S10 or go to YouTube and do the same. I'll pop up, upload, and all 208 of my videos, this will be 209, and you're brought up to speed. Okay, today we're going to do the 08 or my 2008 Pontiac G6, the power steering pump. The pump's not bad. I went to the junkyard. I left this information on a recent video on the information on the power steering pump and reservoir. Well, I made the mistake. Didn't catch it quick enough. Sorry. That happens. It wasn't nothing major though. Messed up my reservoir for my power steering. Well, I believe now I fixed that. I swapped it out from the other one. You're going to see this, and without being on the motor and belt driven, it was holding. So we shall see when we start it how good it really works. Now, an update on my air filter that I designed. It might give me this material, or a lot of it, and I've used this knit glove cut to fit, and it's washable like the K&N filters, but you don't spray this with anything. Now just put it on and wash it, reuse it. You can wash it by hand like I did, or use another glove and cut it to fit. Or where you get the hair nets and you can cut it to fit out of these. What I do, I just do the variety just because I have it and I can do it. Okay, enough of that. Now, give me just a second. I got some updated news on the CV axle, half shaft, or what do you want to call this? So give me a second. Now, as far as I know and the research I have done, here's what I have come up with. And if you got one better, please notify me, let me know, and educate me and help me out some. Okay, now the axle is right there. The inboard CV joint, or the inner CV joint, and the outboard CV joint, or what they call the continental. Male and continental. And that's the passenger side for my 010 Aveo. Fits 09 to 011 and maybe some other years. You just have to look at yours to see. And I got to swap, I'm going to swap this out because the bearings went bad. I'm my own warranty on this because of what I do to the axle to put my dampener back down there to where my finger's pointing. In this section right here. Now here's the info I got on this. And as you can see, inboard joint type, male, which that does come off. The outboard joint type, conventional, which so far what I have found out the information and research, that joint does not come off. You can service it by taking the boot off or slide it back and grease it and put the boot back on and you're good to go for a while yet. The male or the inboard or inboard CV joint, you can take that off and take it apart and check it. I don't know why they designed it this way, but that's what it is. And I was on the internet a while back looking this up and kind of find out there's one that is the conventional, that with the video I've done when I cut one up, that the snap ring you cannot get to. I don't know of any tool on the market that you can buy to take this continental joint off. You can't get to the snap ring. The inner one, you can with the special pliers, which I've showed you in a prior video. Okay, let's see if we get this on here. If you can read it that far back or not. I can get it all in there. We're 5 minutes into this. Hopefully this helps. Now back to the tools and the primary job. Okay. It's your basic small needle nose, Mac, vice grips, hose on the end to crimp the power steering hose, the drainage hose. The tool I made to get to the line nut on the high pressure side. Just your basic material. And get a drop forged wrench to do this with. And if it'll focus, forged steel. Don't use the generic stuff. Won't hold up. And I bought this at the Cavalcada Customs in Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio. But I designed it differently to adjust the fuel pressure regulator on the TBI on my S10. But the loop is already made to it. This is the hose pliers. I just designed to get to the regulator. But it also works on that nut, line nut on the high pressure side. No, take that back. High pressure? Yeah. Okay, I think I said that a little backwards. And this tool, flea market, I used to flare the rubber line. And this is going to go in the rubber line, the clear line. And I'm going to update for myself from the valve that's on the flush line to this. And that's just basic Teflon tape, which is right here. And it's going to give you info, which it might and might not. Give me a second here. Oh, okay, it's on the side instead of on that surface. There you go. Echo in China. Or as they would say, Echo in China. That's the Teflon tape I used. Okay, let's get out there and see how this is going to go. I did a preliminary one in the shop. It all worked out good, so I'm just going to change out the valve and be done with it. So let's go. Okay, we're out to the G6 now, and here's what I'm changing out. This valve setup. Going to the drain cock from an old school radiator, from this to what I showed you just minutes ago. So this is coming off. I'll show you how I'm going to flare this. Even though it's about 60 degrees, this hose is more pliable. But with the heat gun right there, it's going to be a lot easier. So here we go. And of course, try with the clamp tight, but I do want to show you this. Some areas you just can't get in with clamp tight to do it. At least I can't. So down in there, if you see it, is a mechanical clamp, which is, oh, there, now you can see it. My arm is in the way, it's the sun. That mechanical clamp is going there because I can't use a clamp tight unless I take the reservoir off with the pump, or take both off and do it that way. So this is just a easier access to doing such, but you can see the rest of it is on clamp tight. So let's get this show on the road. And it's 9 minutes into this. Hope you'll be able to see this good enough. We're outside, of course, and the traffic going by, so apologize about the noise and bear with me. Thanks for your patience. And of course, the handy dandy tension wrench that I have made. This bar, part of it here, is out of a shock absorber and just a basic cheap breaker bar, and I set it up for the tensioner, which has already been done. And this wrench I showed you fits down in here, as you'll see as you do this. And it is the high pressure line. Fits down in there. A little bit of a turn. I notched the wrench to fit so the pulley and the belt would go in there without bothering it. If you need to check the gap, it's your basic, what, 1/16 of an inch hacksaw blade. Perfect fit. So we shall see. But this guard I made, I showed you in a previous video, it's not guaranteed to really do any support, but hopefully it'll hold up enough without breaking the rest of the reservoir tank to keep the belt from cutting into the tank if it happens to slide off, break, whatever, or did what I did, I should say, that the pulley wasn't on good enough, as I explained to you in a prior video, that got my tank. So I did this for precautionary measures, hope it works, but I hope I never need it. Okay. Vice grip on the hose, and here we go. Sometimes you can make it down with your thumb without getting stuck. There we go. And it's off. In the trash it goes. Okay, now then, extension cord and the power. Now, if it being 90 degrees or 100 degrees outside, I don't believe I need this heat gun. But since the hose is a bit stiff and it's 55, 60 degrees, it helps. Put it on low and let's do it. Everything takes time. Let's see what we got. And right on out it comes. Just what I want it to do. Let me get this a little bit tighter down here. Okay, that should hold it. All right. Alright, give me a second. And for the mechanic clamp down in here, all you need is a long screwdriver to reach it. Never so often, check it, tighten it. Like everything else. Okay. I found out the hard way a little while back. I'm going to show you this. Well, my Teflon tape don't come off. The ID of that clear hose is the same diameter as the valve right here. So I found out, as you can see, there's a size difference. So I heat the hose up enough to slip this half-inch piece of hose, which is what, 5/16, down in here to open up enough for that valve to work. So let's see, because I know it worked in the shop when I did it. Try it out, see if it would work. I hope I don't have to cut that hose. And since you probably still have the air box, and I don't, you'll need to run this flush hose where you need to go with it to do what I do with mine without the air box. Yeah, it does get a little warm even on low. All right. for the flare to set up. There it is. Well, she's still good in the loop. Oh, heck. Hold on a minute. I forgot something. A little bit of trans fluid on the flaring tool for the copper, which I'm not using copper, but it's what it's for, this tool. Because when the hose cools off, it's a bear to get all this out. There we go. About all it takes. Just a dribble or two. Lube her up good. And that should do it. That'll stay on there. Now to rewarm this a bit. Now, 2 weeks ago I did this. Being cold weather, it worked out perfect. I let it sit overnight with power steering fluid in it. There's about 6 inches of this hose I was practicing with, and it worked out really good. So it should work this time too, this way. Ooh, yeah, that's a little warm. Okay. And she goes. All the way up, as far as you can get it. Voila. Okay. Now that'll stay there. I'm going to get the camera down to where you can see what I'm done. You may have other methods of flaring this rubber hose. This is the way I do it. As long as your method works is what counts. Now this cools off, I'll pull this off and slide that section of hose down in there to about, I'm figuring about right there. Put the valve in, sealed up, and we've got it. It doesn't hurt to flush out the power steering and transmission, swap out the gear oil in the differential, and of course the antifreeze flush. Okay, we're 17 minutes into this. Let's see what we got. Bit of heat to it, so it stays flexible, more flexible. See what we've got. Okay. Now for my bit of hose. All right. Heat it up some more. Keep it flexible. Over time, everything we do wears out. You have to replace it. So that's not a permanent setup. Long term, but permanent, no. Nothing like this lasts forever. But it takes some work to do this. And boy, do I mean some work. It'll be nerve-wracking. It's going to take some elbow grease. Wow. Okay, hold on a second. Pull her back up. Okay. Pliers, warm up the hose again. It takes umpteen times to do this. Alrighty. It takes a bit of time. Well, we get it. Gotta get down in there a bit. He's cooled off, so roll her back up. We're slowly getting there. I mean slowly. I think I gotta pull it out and start over again, which I'm doing. Now, a lot of the custom, the resto mods you see on the internet and the car shows, hundreds of thousands of dollars. There's a $1 million vehicle I've seen, and there has been 10,000 hours put into these vehicles at times. Yeah, it's time consuming. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. Just about got it. Now let's take the valve we're putting in and see what this gap we have. Almost. Almost. What you call it? A line in a line. I think it's got it. Take a look here. Wee bit more. Let's see what we got here. Well, let's see what we can do. Dry off that end and see what we got. Let's see what we have. I think that's got it. Alrighty, I like it. Let's clamp it and see what we got. We get the wire and get it cut the length, and let's seal this thing up. I like that a lot better. That should do it. We could use old stubby here. How's everyone doing? How's all your projects coming along, or what do you plan on starting? Let me know, please. Keep me updated. We make this a team effort. So once again, at Maniacal S10, Google it or YouTube it. Now the hose in the hose I don't clamp. Just the valve to the hose, the clear hose that is. Teflon tape just helps seal it to the hose. Since there's threads you're trying to clamp it, you want to clamp it, seal it to, you need all the sealant there you can get. Alright, let's tighten her up and see what we have. We can line it up after that. snug it up a little, see what we got. Okay. Now we're a bit off. I kind of figured that. I kind of figured. There we go. Now let's see what we got. Let's bring it up a bit to the T-handle. T-handle for the valve, that is. Okay, now let's snug her up and see what we got. So it works like I know it should, with no leaks. It'll be a lot easier way of flushing it. Flip it over, lock it, and we've got it. Now to unlock this, flip it out, pretty much got it. Cut it down to about 1/4 inch. Okay. Forgot my pliers, give me a sec. And we're halfway rid of this. Bend the tongs down a little. I got these I use, whatever you may have to use. And we've got it. Voila. That's it. Eventually I'm going to get me a glue stick gun, and if this don't hold where I sealed it with silicone, and it's brown silicone I use so I can see it better, I'll get a glue stick and try it that way. If that don't work, then the tank is shot, my fault, and I'll put the other one back on. Right now, all seems good to go. There we go. Who's all watching the Super Bowl this late this afternoon or tonight? Who's going to win? Let's get some fluid in here and see what we got. Needs a little bit more. That was almost perfect. all this works and sealed up good, I'm going to do a quick flush on it. Because this pump hasn't been flushed yet. It's the OEM. Add line still. See what we got. Where's the cap to this? Where'd the cap go? Oh, it's already on. Okay. Oh yeah. Well, I forget, almost did. They emptied the power steering fluid reservoir, a baster, and a 2-gallon bucket. You siphon it out. So if it all seals good, I'm gonna go ahead and flush it. Get stuff out of the way here. Okay, give me a second. Well, now let's see how this works out. And yep, now let's see how this works out. Go flush. Turn the steering wheel a few times. Drain some up, get the air out, see what we got going on. It's working. So far, no leaks. That's still a little. Let's see what we got. Yeah, she's a bit low. A little bit of fluid in her now. windy, it's kind of closing around a bit. A bit over full. It's coming out clean. What we want. And she's blowing out the air too. That's a plus. Now let's see what we got. Well, we're a wee bit low. Okay. Now we'll start checking. When we're done with the flush, we'll right at it. Like an 1/8 inch, so it's only about a spitful more, a teaspoon more. Looks like my sealing job on the tank or reservoir is working. A bit over. Okay. Easy fix. Right on the money. Get stuck it up good, we got it. All right, give me a second now. So far, so good. What we want. Okay. We're 50 minutes into this. And it's all looking clean and almost clear. That's what we want. This and the flush hose, I'm not worried about. But what's here, as you can see there where my finger's at, let me block some of the light here, is good. Everything looking good. Okay, once again, I don't know if I done something with the video or not. It's all looking good. We're 50 minutes into this. And now that that's just an air pocket and the flush hose. But it's all clear in these two windows. That's what counts. Looks just like this. And everything down in there is looking good. And if you can see this, two different colors right there at the edge, not the end, but the edge. The level's right on the money. Now you can see it. Right on the money. There we are. Get my hand out of the way. Left hand's always wanted to be the star of the movie. So that's all, y'all. Everything's good to go. Let me get this turned around. And I get my hand out of the picture again. Okay, hold on. Let me get in here. Peace, everyone. And have a safe, blessed day, night. And we're all getting ready for work again tomorrow, being Monday. And everyone enjoy the football game, the Super Bowl. I'm not much of a football fan. Sorry about that, but it's just the way it is. So on that note, keep your wrenches turning, easy on the knuckles. Maniacal S10 saying bye for now. Catch you on the next video. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and you're brought up to date. Go to Google, type in Maniacal S10. Go to YouTube, Maniacal S10, both of them Google. Let me start that over. Google at Maniacal S10 or go to YouTube at Maniacal S10. I pop up, upload, and you'll get, as soon as this is uploaded, you'll have all 209 videos. So that's all for now. Once again, peace out, stay safe, keep your wrenches turned and easy on the knuckles. Bye, everyone.